Hi, what's going on YouTube? We're going to do a little build update and walk around, kind of show pretty much what mods we have to this thing. This is my 2001 Jeep Cherokee XJ Sport. Got it bone stock, and I've been building it since 2017, so probably about 6 or 7 years now. Start with kind of the bigger things. So it's on a probably about a 6-inch lift, 35s. Start with, I guess, the front. This is a Goliath off-road rocker bumper, and I opted for the pre-runner bars. So it's got the side hoops and the big bar over the winch. Got that local from their shop up in Mount Dora, Florida. We've got a Smitty belt. This is their X2O 10,000 pound winch with the wireless remote. Synthetic line with their Smitty belt hook and their Haas Fairlead. These are just some cheap Amazon lights. Went with the yellows. Headlights are just the truck light knockoffs, smoked lenses. Show you some of the axle stuff. So this has been swapped out. This is a high pinion Dana 30. It's got a Barnes truss. This is Goliath off-road steering, their 1-ton steering, Rubicon Express track bar. What else? It's got 488s, Spartan locker. What else? That's probably about it for the front. These are Rubicon Express 4.5-inch coils. I've got the ACOs over here, the BDS adjustable coilover spacers, Fox shocks. What are these? KC Cyclone lights. I've got 10 around the whole Jeep. These are 35, 1250, 15 BFG mud terrains on American Racing 15x8 wheels. I am running 1-inch spacers in the front, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. Goliath off-road rock sliders. Now typically these are these step-out bars, or the bars that come from the main hoop, are angled up. These are angled out, so it provides more of a step. I really like these a lot. We have an Iron Rock off-road 3-link, and I actually love this thing a lot. It's improved the ride so much, so probably one of my favorite things I've done. Let's see, moving towards the back, this is a Ford 8.8. It's got a Ford factory limited slip diff, 488s as well, factory brakes. It's got the Iron Rock 8.8 swap kit and dirt bound spring plate, so I could use that for my bump stop. It's got BDS shocks in the back, slip yoke eliminator in the transfer case, forgot to mention that. These are Rubicon Express 1462 4.5-inch leaf springs, rough country shackles, rough country shackle relocation boxes, factory skid plate on the tank. There's more Cyclone lights, smoked Amazon taillights. It's got the Smitty belt tire carrier on there, high lift jack, full size 35-inch spare, smoked third LED light at the top. Probably too many stickers, but that's besides the point. So that is pretty much it from the outside. It's a pretty clean Jeep. Does have this snorkel. This is like an Amazon or eBay snorkel. And this is routed. I have a video on this a while back. So this comes down. This is the factory flex tape that you get with the snorkel kit, and then I did 2-inch PVC from here. I didn't go down under because I wanted to keep this nice and clean for the tires, so I actually moved some wires out of the way on the other side of this because your computer's right here, and put this through, and this goes up into the air box. So I am debating on finding a silver fender, getting rid of the snorkel, and doing a cowl snorkel. I can show you some of that stuff. We can open the hood in just a second. I have these Napier off-road vents, which have helped a lot. Just getting some of that extra heat out. Doesn't really help with cooling, but I know when I kind of start cruising around at really low speeds, it really does help. You can see the heat not get collected when you get stopped up or something. So this is a Midland GMRS radio. This is I think this is a 3 dB antenna. I'll show you that when we go to the inside. Amazon lights, rough country bracket for the light bar, which I'll probably have been, I mean, it's been nice having some extra light, but it just doesn't have a lot of throw very long, for, you know, long distance, very far. So I've been looking at the KC lights, like the, you know, the 6 or 8 across the top. It has that classic look. Shorty antenna. We will go to the back. Here's just something I found on another YouTube channel. I'll have to remember who I got these from. Just some ammo cans bolted in for some storage, water can. So these are, I think these are the Barnes window kits. I actually like these quite a bit. Just getting some stuff up out of the floor that would be helpful. So this side is an extra radio, first aid kit. This side is paper towels and wipes, especially with younger kids. It helps to be able to clean your hands. Extra light, knife, Windrock Sacket bag. This deck I built because I want to be able to mount stuff to the floor. I used to have I still have the Yeti, but I used to use the factory tie downs, and every time they were almost built like this, right? So, but every time I would tighten the cooler down, those things would almost get pulled out of the floor. So what I did was, this is Unistrut. I don't know if you can see, yeah, right there. So this is Unistrut from Home Depot. I cut it long ways, and it is drilled through where the factory tie down points. So your factory tie down points, if you yank those out, let me see if I can show you up under here. So there's one. This is where it goes through. So I drilled and tapped, used this, this is a self-tapping bolt. So where's the other one? Right there. So those two on each side are what is holding down the Unistrut. And then these 2 bolts are down into the Unistrut. So it is rock solid. It's not going anywhere. Wrapped it in carpet. Probably could have done a little bit darker color, but that's fine. But this gives me more flexibility to kind of mount and move things as I want. So this is a rough country cooler mount. I thought about getting their slide, but this at least holds the cooler down in place where it's not flying around. Gives me a spot. I have a 3-year-old, so this gives me a nice spot to tie down his car seat. Got some pack out boxes. This is a double pack out plate from Home Depot, and I've got 2 Milwaukee boxes. This is let's see what's in this one. So this is more tools, and I think the front deeper box has all like fluids and stuff in it, and this just has some smaller odds and ends. But it's been a great addition, especially storage wise. I have a mount to mount my spare drive shaft, since both front and rear are the same, and that's going to go across the front, but in front of this box here. Recovery bag. It says like my winch and controller and stuff in it. This is another bag with snatch block and hand cleaner and stuff like that. So this one came off Amazon, which is actually kind of nice. That's about it for the back. Move up towards the front. Nothing in the back seats to write home about. So up here, this is just a RAM mount, and I've got an aux beam switch controller. Had a switch here and didn't want to drill another hole, so that's where the wire comes through. This is my Midland. This is I think it's a MXT 275. So handheld unit is up here, and then I have the console for it tucked up underneath all the AC controls. So it actually sits probably about up here, and then I have a wire that runs down and through. So it makes it nice being able to have it right here. So this didn't work. This is the cigarette lighter. One of the cigarette lighters actually had the plug to light your cigarette. So I'm not a smoker, and it never worked. So I bought one of these off Amazon, and it's only on with the key, but it lets you charge your USB, and it's got the little micro USB there, and it actually shows the voltage when the car's on, so that's kind of nice. And it shows through, you can turn it on and off whenever you want. Factory switch is blank, and this is just auxiliary power for this here. I used to have switches here, like I think like Rough Country sells the three rows of the switches, but one after I got this, didn't need it anymore. Other than that, that is about it. So, like I said, I've had this thing since 2017, just been tinkering with it ever since. I guess one of the other things I forgot to mention, these are, I think these are Iron Rock stainless brake lines. Show you under the hood, not too much going on there. When I got rid of that switch panel that was there and put in the aux beam switch panel, cleaned up a lot of rat's nest stuff. So give me just a second, I'll put you down. So this is the engine bay. Nothing too crazy. This is just battery. This is wires running back to the fuse block. Here's the aux beam switch controller, and this is what I was talking about earlier. So you can see that white pipe comes through and then in here up into the air box. Now when I get the air box that's in the cowl, this is going to come up and go through essentially right where that box is. So I'll have to move that aux beam box, and it will open up this whole section. So if I wanted to do one of the things I want to open the spot up for is for PSC steering. So I'd love to get their steering box and their reservoir and cooler and stuff. So I think all that stuff, especially the reservoir, will fit nicely right here if I can relocate this out of the way. I kind of went OCD with my wiring, so every single thing that's ran is all wrapped in loom. So all of the rock lights, light bars, pods, and stuff like that is all ran by loom. Case suspension, 4-hole injectors. When I bought this Jeep, I got it for a good deal because the guy couldn't figure out how to get it running right, and it turned out that 2 of the injectors were bad. So found out about case suspension, and these have been a breeze ever since. So that's about it. Like I said, this thing has it's been a fun toy. I've had it to Windrock once and heading back soon, so hopefully I'll be able to record more about it then. Last time I was on a smaller lift, probably about 4 inches, and on 33s, so this time we should be able to have more fun. I'm not trying to go too tall, but like I said, this is about a 6-inch lift, so should be pretty fun when we get back up to Windrock. So, but that's about it. Let's see if I can start posting more, and I'm just trying to get a video out to show kind of what I've been working on and stuff ever since. So, but yeah, that's about it. Stay tuned. See you on the next one.